peroxide as a liquid goes to water plus oxygen. We want to get the delta H of reaction. This is not a delta H of formation, right? Because I don't have one product with a coefficient of 1. I'm not just putting elements together at their simplest states, etc., right? This is a reaction we can calculate, but it's not a delta H of formation. Okay? We'll use delta H of formation values. They give us some values in the problem. They say delta H of formation of hydrogen peroxide is a negative 187.8 kilojoules. And they give us the delta H of water is a negative 285.8. Now, I could have looked these up on the table, right? But they just happened to give it to us in the problem. They didn't give us oxygen, though. Why not? Because it's 0. Okay? So now we can do the products, which is going to be 2 times the negative 285.8 kilojoules. It's plus 0, but I'm not going to bother to write plus 0 because, I mean, it's 0, right? Okay, and then minus 2 times the negative 187.8 kilojoules. Okay, I get that to be 947.2. Did I add those together right? No, I don't think I did. Let me try again.
945.6.
What?
I got 945.6.
Okay, I'm actually expecting it to be a little bit smaller because this ends up being a positive value, right? So I think I dropped a negative sign somewhere.
Yeah, 96.
Yeah, negative 196.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions on how we did that?
Why is it not kilojoules per mole?
Okay, it is kilojoules per mole. You'll notice a lot of times they'll leave off the per mole. It is still there, okay? And again, what that means is that if we put it into the balanced equation, it is a negative 196, can't talk, a negative 196.0 kilojoules per 2 moles of hydrogen peroxide, or per 2 moles of water, or per 1 mole of oxygen, right? That's what the per mole part means. Okay? Okay, let's do the next one. This is practice exercise 2. Still on page 194 at the top of the page. And you can use that table 5.3 to look up values, or if you have your appendix 3, you can look it up there, right? Because this time it doesn't give us it in the problem. We have ethanol plus oxygen. Okay, make sure we're balanced. Right? I think we're balanced. Okay, so if we're looking up some values, then we have, let's see, methanol as a liquid. Okay? Again, just looking up the values on our tables. Products minus reactants then will be 2 times a negative 393.5 plus, let's see, this was negative, right? Make sure I get all my signs in there. 3 times the negative 285.83 kilojoules. Then minus our reactants is a negative 277.7 kilojoules. And again, this one's 0, so I'm not going to worry about that one, right? Okay, negative 1.367 times 10 to the third kilojoules, right? Any questions? Okay, let's do a slightly different version of the same type of problem.